happen does, it's going to one-hop against the fence. Springer allows Brantley to play it back in. Correa's got a shot to throw home, out at home plate. Martin Maldonado makes the tag on Franmil Reyes, and the Astros cut down a potential run. That's some great team baseball right there, playing that ball off the wall. That ball's down the right field line, long run for
stress from work.
And he's going to make the play. Coming home is Puig. The throw's on the money. Puig is out at home
Extremely busy time right now, and got big training and stuff on Monday, and so yeah, it's just been real stressful the last couple of days, and my body is reminding me.
Oh, this is a new celebration. Oh, put your squats in. Back to.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the New Orleans Saints.
Up on wide receiver catch.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports.
I think it's about
and this will be a touchback as that sails
listening
over
to
the
feedback from the few games. That's what I changed. I'm interested to see where catch would need to be if we played all man. Red 19, it was like 95 or something. And this is at 80. No, you're good. I said quarterback accuracy up, offensive line blocking down to 50, wide receiver catch up to 80. Speed threshold up to, I don't remember what it is. It's like 60 or 80, like somewhere in there. Kicking accuracy, I think it's at 38. I think it's it. I think it's all I changed.
line.
Yeah.
Cut. 180. Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Cut.
On first down, it's gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cut. 20.
Yeah, I finally just used some of my quality, better time, not better, early release time to make my custom board.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Right side complete. That's Woods. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Cut. Block 20. Block 47. Hey, here we go. Cut.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check, 47. We don't want this.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
We go tonight. 180. No.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We go tonight. 180. All right, T. Let's try. All right, T.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is gone. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Gone. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Zerline's kick is up and through. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
They made her slow.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Didn't take long.
The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
5-9. 54. Kill.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That's fine.
Hey, ready? You ready?
It's all Madden though, right? It's kind of what's big to do.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring
wide
up
open, like 30 yards downfield.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Here we go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Goff now looking to throw. Flushed out right.
Oh, there's no way, man.
Left side, it's Woods. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
I don't know how my guy didn't pick that off. Oh, no, I hit the wrong button.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Here's Gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Handing it off to Brown. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second and 10. Let's get it. 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Brown. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Zerline's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Yeah.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, and a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from...
Froze. Let's see if that unfreezes it.
Inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Breeze now. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0. But the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening as
looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Breeze going to throw. And it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to look deep down the field. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
At the 28-yard line.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Sammy.
To throw is Breeze. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Samson Abuka gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, they do.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Gibbs got it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. Yellow lady. Right there. 54 Mike. Who that? Jump.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is met in his
I don't
tracks
like all Madden.
behind the
3
line
blockers
scrimmage.
right there.
It'll
And this
go
guy
as a
got
loss
3
of a yard,
blockers.
and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doesn't make sense.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line,
This Rams
your
team's
offensive
gonna be
line
tough.
has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Here's Breeze to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. They got him man over the middle. It's Woods. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
180. Tackles.
Now gone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what a time to get the ball on a turnover here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, great starting position, too. And if they can cash this in with a touchdown, all of a sudden they go into the line.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Yeah.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Breeze now to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Breeze. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, sir. Field goal separates these two teams as we come back for the second half.
To adjustments to try to get this better. I didn't see that many wide receiver drops, but also like every catch seemed to be wide open too. But you're more than welcome to mess with the sliders, and then let me get some sleep, and we'll hit it tomorrow and see what we can figure out. Have some fun.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Well, I'll hit you up.
And this will not be
play a little bit of both, but feel free to mess with sliders. All right, buddy. Wait, what? What did you say? Did I lose you? Oh, I lost you because you're not in the game.